Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that we received. And the translation of that message, it reads like this. You know, sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like if I had been born into a different family. A normal family with normal problems. But that was not my fate. I was born into a family with secrets, a lot of dark secrets, a lot of darkness, and things that people do not and will never want to talk about openly. My great-grandmother, she was known in our village as someone who would heal with herbs, but my grandmother, she was also said to be a witch, and most of the people were afraid of her because of those demonic things that she used to do. People would say that she could summon spirits, cast evil curses, and control forces that most of us would not even dare to meddle with. She was even caught once she was at a grave. This was a new grave of a child that had passed away. So there had been a school stabbing. And these young people, they were busy fighting, doing their gangsterism. And one of the young boy was fatally wounded and passed away. And this was before my grandmother had been saying that she just wanted to see someone getting stabbed. And this was quite a shock because we were just watching TV like a normal family should, and all of a sudden she spoke, and the way that she spoke, it was as if she was already communicating with someone else, a person that we did not even know. She was like, I just want someone to get stabbed. That was when the school stabbing happened and that boy passed away. My grandmother, she was then seen walking around that new grave of that young man that had been fatally wounded. So growing up, like, there were things that I would hear being talked in our house about bad luck, things that run in the blood. But since I was someone that was going to church, I said that the blood of Jesus was going to protect me, for I had been purchased at a higher price, and by the blood of Jesus, I did not carry the family curse anymore. But still, one could feel it. You could feel that there was something about our family, some bad luck that kept on following us. As I got older, that was when I started to really feel it. My cousin, he was the first one to be touched by this evil spirit. He was like a bright star of the family. He was smart and charming, the one everyone thought would make it big in life. But when he was just past 26, something changed in him. He started having these violent seizures. His body will just act up as if someone that is being possessed. He was then taken to the hospital, and it was said that he had epilepsy all of a sudden, just like my own dad. My father, he also had epilepsy, and it was scary, the things that he used to do. His eyes will be rolling back in his head, and even the doctors, they did not find anything physically wrong with him. It was as if something inside of him had just snapped, and then one day, just like that, he was gone. When he passed away, his death left a hole in our family. People started talking about the witchcraft that was happening in our family, saying that it was not just a natural death. And indeed, this was true. Everything that was happening in our family, it was just not normal. They said that my great-grandmother's spirit was restless, that the things that she did in her lifetime as a witch, they were now catching up with us. At first, I thought that it was just superstition, for I was someone who considered myself to be very prayerful. So I said that I rebuked the devil, and I said, the devil, you cannot dare touch me. And I thought that maybe people, since they were not prayerful, they were just looking for someone to blame for the misfortunes that was happening in the family. That was when my uncle, who was always so full of life, suddenly fell into depression. He would lock himself in his room for days and days, talking to shadows that no one else could see. He stopped eating, stopped caring for himself. We took him to the hospital, to the church, but nothing worked. He became like a madman. One day, he disappeared. We even tried to post it on Facebook about his disappearance in a group here in Sosha. They found him wandering, and when he was wandering around, that was when we recognized that our uncle was no longer the same, for he could not even recognize us. He could not even recognize his own children. It was really painful to watch, because he was someone who used to work for his own family, but now all of a sudden he will be speaking with himself, eyes wide with fear, claiming that he was seeing demons. He even said that he once had a meeting with the devil, and the devil told him that our family's name is supposed to be wiped out from the face of the earth. By the time that I was in my late 20s, I decided to leave. I thought that maybe if I put a distance between myself and my family, I could escape whatever this was. That was when, Brother Nashi, I moved out of the province. I got a decent job, tried to rebuild my life, but still I cannot escape the nightmares. It all happened when I started staying with my girlfriend, who was pregnant at that time. She had visions of my great-grandmother telling her to leave, and if she was not going to leave, then she was going to die. She woke up and she said that she was scared to go back to bed. She told me the scary dream that she had. I tried to comfort her. Remember that this was a girl that I had met from another province, who did not even had any single idea about my family's history. She did not even had any idea that I had a grandmother who was said to be a witch by the time that she passed away. So when this girl told me that she had seen a woman who was claiming to be my great-grandmother, I knew that she was not faking it. She was for real, and honestly she was like scared for her own life. I decided to let her go. This was after she started feeling a lot of pain in her womb, and she would have dreams of my great-grandmother and some older women saying that if you do not leave, you are going to have a miscarriage. And she said that my great-grandmother and her friends, they had really long nails that were as sharp as knives, so they would be trying to grab her baby from the womb. And when I saw that we were about to lose the pregnancy, because she would have what they said threatened miscarriages, and then when we returned back from the doctors, sometimes she will be bleeding. I said it is far much better that she returns back to her parents. So she started staying with her parents until she gave birth, and they refused for her to return back to me because they were also going to different prophets. I have gone to different churches hoping that maybe God can save me from whatever that is haunting me. But now I really do not know anymore what to do. I am a man who is haunted by these things that my grandmother used to do. I have since spoken with some people that are from Zim, so I need my fellow South Africans to advise me. Should I take this trip to go to Zim, as it has been suggested by a man who has been assisting me? He is a small-time Sangoma, only dealing in herbs. He said that he can only give me some herbs. Some of the herbs, what I do is that when I go to bed, he gave me some powdered tobacco, and he said that I just rub it around my manhood when I go to bed, so that I won't get attacked by some of the spiritual wives that attacks us as men that are born into our family. It has been working, but he's saying that this is just a temporary solution. If I want a permanent one, I should go with him to his country. My fellow South Africans, please assist me. Must I listen to this man and go with him to Zim? Are there any consequences that I might face if I go there? I am tired of prayer. I am tired of praying, for it is not working. I have a cousin sister of mine who is also tired. There was a time when she was praying, when she got raped by a spiritual husband. So if you get raped whilst you are praying, what else are you supposed to do? I'm just saying, in case if there are those that are going to judge me. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who gave us this translation. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Yo.